What's up, everybody? It's Wayne here for another reaction. I hope everybody's doing great. So today, also wanted to apologize of the late upload of my reaction to Internet Historian, aka Incognito Mode on Exploration. My Wi-Fi is acting like a piece of shit. Literally. If you wonder what time, wait, what time you uploaded? I uploaded that video 3 in the morning. Yeah, 3 in the morning. And it finally uploaded 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, the Wi-Fi here is shit. Literally. And plus the power going out, double it. Big time. So I hope this won't take that long. So today I'll be reacting to a video from True? I think True yeah, let me just lower my face down. True Creepy Experiences. This is a new video. I think I saw this video on my recommendations. 10 most haunted places in Japan. Which, hey, like I said, I do enjoy a good ghost story. I do love paranormal. If it involves Japan, hell yeah. And yeah, before we begin, did you subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and the original link to this video will be down below the video as well. And I recommend subscribing to the creator as well. I love True. That's good stuff. I recommend it. And let's check it out in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Nice.
Welcome to a chilling journey through Japan's darkest corners. In this video, we'll explore the 10 most haunted places in Japan, where ghostly whispers echo and terrifying legends come to life. From eerie tunnels to cursed forests, each location holds a tale of mystery and horror. Are you brave enough to uncover the spirits that still linger in these haunted places?
Yep.
Let's dive in. 1. Aokigahara Forest,
This one.
Yamanashi. This is one of the most unsettling places in the world, located at the base of Mount Fuji, a destination not for the faint of heart. The Japanese government has even placed a sign outside the forest, urging visitors. Think of your children, your family.
Your friend.
Your life is the most precious gift to your parents. For decades, Aokigahara Forest has been known.
That's the thing about this, because there's also, here in Puerto Rico, there's actually one is similar, but it's actually on the side of the highway in the road to Calle. If you know where, La Montaña de Teta, we call it, well, in English it's Titty Mound, like, Booby Mound. Because the mountain looks like a pair of pointed titties. And there's the side of the highway, it's like a way long down. People are usually known to take their life by jumping down. And the government put a sign there. I don't know if it was a meme, but I don't know if it was a meme or it was real. But they were about to put like a fine if you try to commit your life, like $1,000. I'm like, how would the dead pay that fine? Huh? I mean, like, how would the dead pay that fine of $1,000 if they're already dead? I just find it stupid. And a friend of mine who's awesome, he actually did like a to prevent people from taking their own lives. It was pretty on the news. He's actually a cool guy. Recently, he went to the Birmingham concert of Black Sabbath. I saw the photo, like, damn, you're lucky. I would love to see that concert, but my brother wants to go to Florida. Even though we can go there anytime we want versus a concert once in a lifetime and the final performance of Ozzy. Come on. I prefer going in the UK than Florida, even though I'm born there. I can go there anytime I want. But my brother, being usual. Well, I don't blame him. One, he has autism. He has like a mind of a 5-year-old in the body of a 27-year-old man. I have autism, but I'm not that severe. But anywho, let's continue.
Known as the Suicide Forest, due to the disturbingly high number of confirmed suicides.
And here comes the party pooper.
Con una simple acción, Brenda puede contribuir a que haya medicamentos a base de plasma para tratar a miles de puertorriqueños. Cuando donas plasma, lo bueno vuelve en...
Shut
of
up.
confirmed suicides within its depths. Those who enter the forest with dark intentions often cite reasons like heartbreak, depression, or financial ruin. The forest is a dense maze of towering trees with
I
thick
remember when
canopies that block
Logan
sunlight,
Paul did the
casting
video
the
here.
ground below in eternal twilight.
If you wonder
Those
where
who
he's
enter,
living,
Even seasoned
Yeah.
search teams
that idiot's
often
living here in
lose their way
Pareko.
in the labyrinth of
Ugh.
winding paths
From all the places in
and
the world,
ghostly silence.
that idiot's living here.
It's said that those who venture into Aokigahara
I'm sorry to pause a lot, but to me, those two idiots don't belong here in Pareko. The Paul brothers, period. And they kind of Puerto Rican? Bullshit, you're not. You're pretenders. If you're like, well, you're born in Florida. Both my parents were born in Pareko. I'm a Puerto Rican. A Puerto Rican born in Florida. Those two are from Ohio. And they don't have no Spanish descent. They're just a bunch of white trash. If they can't fuck up California, they'll come here to fuck up. And just make anything they touch, they ruin. And I'm planning to see the boxing match with Amanda Serrano. My advice to her, find yourself a better coach, a real champ, not a clown to use you as a clout propaganda, period. And the fact that I think Jake and I'm actually a bit older than Jake, or the same age, we're the same age, but if I was more, like, if I chose the path of boxing in an early age, whew, I will whoop his ass. And give him how real Puerto Rican strength is compared to redneck style buffoonery. We have enough idiots here. We don't need two more mainlanders. And yes, even people of Hawaii use that term quite well. If I recall correctly, they don't like mainlanders invading their island. Here in Pareko, we have enough idiots to go around. Ugh. And crime. And P.S., we're not the garbage land that these, what Trump said? Bullshit. You want garbage? Speak to yourself. But let's continue here, shall we?
never find their way out. The lore takes a darker turn when survivors who reconsidered their decision to end their lives describe feeling an invisible force pulling them deeper into the forest's shadows. This eerie presence is believed to be the spirits of those abandoned here during desperate times in Japan's past, a practice known as ubasute, where the elderly were left to die to ease the burden on struggling families.
Jesus.
Aokigahara remains a haunted place, not just by the tragic history it holds, but by the whispers of restless spirits that still linger among its trees.
Damn.
2.
They find peace.
Okiku's Well, Himeji Castle.
Oh, I know this one.
Nestled within the grand and serene grounds of Himeji Castle lies a chilling legend that haunts visitors to this day. Okiku's Well, unassuming at first glance, holds the tragic tale of betrayal, despair, and ghostly revenge. Okiku was a loyal servant at the castle, falsely accused of breaking a precious set of 10 plates by a vengeful samurai. Despite her innocence, she was tortured and thrown into the well to meet a watery death. But her spirit did not rest. Visitors to the castle claimed to hear strange noises near the well after sunset. A soft, mournful voice, counting plates, stopping abruptly at 9, followed by a blood-curdling scream. Some have even reported seeing a translucent figure, believed to be Okiku, emerging from the depths of the well. Her long, dark hair drips with water as she wanders the grounds, searching for justice she was denied in life. Even centuries later, the legend of Okiku's Well chills the hearts of those who dare to approach it. Locals warn against lingering too long near the well, for her restless spirit might reach out, dragging you into her eternal torment. 3.
Yeah, I heard about that story. The samurai, he's trying to force her to marry him, and she keeps saying no and no, and the guy couldn't take the no for him, so he hit the plate to make her look guilty, accusing her, if you accept guilt, if you marry me, you'll be pardoned of your guilt. If you don't, I throw your ass in the well. And guess what? Yeah. A group of students camped there in the well, and they heard a massive scream from there, which I think one of the locals told, oh, you heard her. And their faces says it all. I think it wasn't until a priest went there and to ease her spirit by, when she starts counting 1, 2, when she gets to 9, he says 10. You have 10 plates. And there, she left in peace. But I don't know if she still roams there. Who knows? But being tossed down the well because you refuse somebody's marriage, hey, it's their choice. They don't want to marry you. It doesn't matter if you're high standing or what. You can't force people to marry you. But of course, remember, if they reject it to your proposals, they'll lose face. Which, yeah, that was back in feudal Japan at the time. Jesus, what's it? Orion Buchi Bridge.
Oiran Buchi Bridge, Yamanashi.
Oh, sorry.
High above a steep gorge in Yamanashi stands the Oiran Buchi Bridge, a picturesque location with a horrifying past. What seems like a scenic spot hides a sinister tale of betrayal, greed, and vengeance. During the Sengoku period, a powerful warlord discovered a hidden gold mine in this area.
Now I know.
To keep the location secret, he ordered the execution of the Oiran, courtesans who had entertained and worked nearby and might have overheard his plans. The women were led to the bridge under the guise of a celebration, adorned in their finest garments. But as they admired the breathtaking view, the warlord's men cut the ropes of the bridge, sending the Oiran plummeting to their deaths in the raging waters below. Their cries echoed through the gorge, and the area has been haunted ever since. Visitors to the bridge today report chilling sensations, a sudden drop in temperature, or the sound of distant wailing. Some have seen spectral figures in traditional kimono wandering the bridge, their faces filled with sorrow and anger. Locals warn travelers not to cross the bridge at night, for it is said the vengeful spirits of the Oiran may mistake you for one of their betrayers and drag you into the abyss.
Yeesh.
4. Old Chusetsu Tunnel, Fukuoka.
Wait, is this the tunnel?
The old Chusetsu Tunnel in Fukuoka
Wait, is this the tunnel?
is not just a crumbling relic of the past. It is a place steeped in fear and mystery. Abandoned decades ago, this dark and narrow tunnel has become infamous for the eerie encounters reported by those who dare to venture near.
Ah, yeah.
Legends tell of tragic deaths
The tunnel.
that occurred during its construction. Workers crushed by falling rocks, accidents in the pitch-black darkness,
Was it bricked up?
and even whispers of sinister rituals conducted within its depths. These tragic events are said to have left behind a powerful aura of sorrow and anger. Visitors report hearing faint footsteps echoing through the tunnel, even when no one else is present. Some claim to see ghostly figures lurking in the shadows, apparitions of workers with hollow eyes, staring silently at passers-by. The air inside is said to grow unnaturally cold, and cars often stall inexplicably near the entrance. One particularly chilling tale speaks of a lone motorcyclist who drove through the tunnel late at night.
Damn.
Emerging on the other side, he glanced in his rearview mirror and saw a pale woman in white sitting on the back of his bike. Before he could react, she vanished into thin air. The old Chusetsu Tunnel remains a place of intrigue and terror, where the past refuses
Yeah.
to stay buried, and the spirits of the
That
restless
photo.
make their
That's the
presence
brick
known.
one.
5. Camp Hansen Hint. 3. Okinawa. Located on the outskirts of Camp Hansen, Gate 3 is infamous among soldiers and locals
Oh.
for its terrifying paranormal encounters. Under the cover of night, this unassuming gate transforms into the site of spine-chilling stories that have persisted for decades. The most well-known tale is of the Marine Ghost. Dressed in a bloodied World War II uniform, this ghostly figure is said to appear late at night, flagging down passing vehicles. Witnesses recount stopping for what they thought was a lost soldier, only for him to vanish into thin air as they approached. Some say he looks into the car windows, his hollow eyes staring as if pleading for help. Guards stationed at Gate 3 have reported hearing heavy footsteps, seeing shadowy figures darting through the darkness, and feeling an eerie presence that chills them to the bone. The ghost is believed to be the spirit of a Marine who died during the war and continues to patrol his post, trapped in an endless loop of duty.
Okinawa. Yeah.
Despite its haunted reputation, some brave souls attempt to visit Gate 3 at night to catch a glimpse of the spectral soldier. Most, however, leave with an overwhelming sense of dread, convinced
Oh, no
that
shit.
they've encountered something otherworldly. 6. The Round Schoolhouse.
Oh,
Hokkaido.
yeah. I think I know this one. I think...
In the remote wilderness of Hokkaido, a peculiar abandoned building stands, a round schoolhouse shrouded in mystery and fear. Once a place of learning, it is now notorious for the unsettling events that plague those who dare to
now it has a
explore.
form like a moat around it.
The schoolhouse was abandoned decades ago after a
Yeah,
series of
see? A
inexplicable
moat.
disappearances and deaths among students and teachers. Locals began to whisper about a malevolent force residing within its walls, feeding on
creepy.
fear and despair. Visitors who enter the schoolhouse describe an overwhelming sense of being watched. Shadows seem to move of their own accord, and disembodied whispers echo through the empty halls. Some report hearing the faint laughter of children, followed by chilling screams that seem to come from nowhere. One spine-tingling legend tells of a group of thrill-seekers who entered the schoolhouse late one night. As they explored, they discovered a room filled with old desks and decaying textbooks. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, and they heard the sound of children crying. When they finally forced the door open, one of their group was missing, never to be seen again. Locals warn against approaching the round schoolhouse after
Damn.
dark, as it is believed that those who enter may never return,
Huh?
lured into the
Why is there a
clutches
car there?
of whatever sinister entity haunts its decaying halls.
Jesus.
7. Inunaki Village,
Ah,
Fukuoka. Inunaki Village, once a thriving community in Fukuoka, now stands as an eerie, abandoned ghost town. Seemingly lost to time, it is said to be cursed by dark forces, and its empty roads and crumbling houses are a chilling reminder of its haunted past. The village became notorious after a tragic series of murders in the 1970s, when a family was slaughtered in their home under mysterious circumstances.
was that the
The killings
manor?
were never fully
Ah.
explained, and the locals believe that the spirits of the murdered family still linger in the area, seeking revenge for their untimely deaths. Visitors to Inunaki Village
Damn.
report an overwhelming sense of dread as they walk through its desolate streets. Strange sounds, like the eerie clink of chains or the soft padding of footsteps, echo through the night. Others have seen shadowy figures darting between the buildings, only to vanish when approached. One particularly horrifying tale speaks of a traveler who ventured into the village one evening, hoping to capture photos of the ghostly landscape. As night fell, he saw a figure standing by the old well, a woman in tattered clothing, her face hidden beneath her long hair. She turned toward him, and as he tried to approach, her eyes gleamed with an unnatural red glow. The man fled, but his car stalled on the road out of town, and he was never seen again. It is said that the spirits of Inunaki village are still angry, their cries rising from the ground as they search for new souls to join them in their cursed existence.
Yeesh. Whew. Ah, crap. Stupid ants. Piss off.
In their cursed existence. 8. Himuro Residence, Tokyo. Tucked away in a quiet, forgotten corner of Tokyo stands the Himuro Residence, a house notorious for its connection to terrifying supernatural events.
Oh?
The once grand estate is now a decrepit ruin, but its chilling reputation lives on. The residence gained its dark notoriety after the mysterious death of the Himuro family, who were said to have practiced ancient and forbidden rituals within its walls. It is rumored that they sought immortality, using dark rites that involved sacrifices and blood magic. As the family became obsessed with these rituals, their sanity crumbled, and a horrific series of deaths followed. The last known members of the family were found lifeless, their faces frozen in expressions of pure terror. Those brave enough to visit the Himuro residence speak of a heavy, oppressive atmosphere that suffocates the air. Unexplained noises, like the sound of whispering voices or the faint scrape of nails against wood, can be heard from the darkened rooms. Some claim to see the apparitions of the family members, their eyes wide with fear, forever trapped in their endless torment. One particularly disturbing tale recounts a group of ghost hunters who ventured inside. As they explored, the temperature dropped drastically, and they began hearing footsteps echoing through the halls. When they turned a corner, they saw a woman in white standing motionless at the end of the corridor, her long black hair hanging like a curtain around her face. They fled in panic, but one of them vanished without a trace. The Himuro residence stands as a place of darkness, its past entwined with a legacy of suffering and dread. It is a place where the veil between the living and the dead is thin, and those who dare to enter risk being consumed by the spirits that still linger there.
Jesus.
9. Doryodo Ruins,
Oh?
Tokyo. Hidden away in the bustling streets of Tokyo, the Doryodo Ruins are one of the city's most eerie and forgotten sights, a place where the past's dark secrets still echo in the present. Once a thriving temple, the ruins are now a decaying reminder of the horrific events that took place there.
Oh, the temple.
The temple was the site of a gruesome massacre during the Edo period, when a group of monks turned on each other in a violent dispute over power. The bloodshed was so intense that it is said the ground itself absorbed the anguish and anger of the monks, trapping their spirits in the area forever. Locals whisper that the spirits of the monks still haunt the Doryodo ruins, their tortured souls unable to find peace. Visitors who approach the site report feeling an intense sense of unease, as if invisible eyes are watching their every move. Many have heard faint chanting, carried on the wind, or seen fleeting shadows moving among the ruins. A particularly disturbing story recounts the experience of a young woman who dared to explore the site alone at night.
Oh, boy.
She claimed to have seen a monk in tattered robes standing before her, his eyes glowing with an unnatural light. As she turned to flee, the ground beneath her seemed to shift, trapping her in place. When she managed to break free and leave, she could still hear the chanting, now louder, as if the monks were calling her back. The Doryodo ruins remain a haunting reminder of a violent past, where restless spirits continue to linger, their sorrow and anger still lingering in the air, waiting for the next unwary soul to wander too close. 10. Kiyotaki Tunnel, Kyoto.
Another tunnel?
The Kiyotaki Tunnel, built in 1927, is a dark, ominous passageway through the mountains of Kyoto, its eerie reputation growing with each passing year. At 444 meters long, the tunnel's number alone carries a sinister weight in Japanese culture. 4 is considered cursed, much like the number 13 in Western superstition. But it's not just the number that makes this tunnel terrifying. It's the restless spirits that haunt it. The Kiyotaki Tunnel is infamous for the countless workers who perished during its construction, enduring harsh and grueling conditions. The toll of their suffering is said to have left a permanent mark on the tunnel, with their spirits still lingering within. In addition to the construction deaths, the tunnel has become notorious for its role as a site for tragic road accidents, and it is rumored to be a popular suicide spot due to its seclusion.
The hell?
Witnesses have reported seeing strange figures in the tunnel, ghostly apparitions that appear suddenly, vanishing just as quickly. Some claim to have seen a woman dressed in white near the tunnel's entrance, her face hidden, her tragic fate sealed by a fatal leap from the road above. Her spirit, it is said, still wanders, seeking peace. But it's not only the figures in the tunnel that make it terrifying. A mirror inside the tunnel is said to reflect eerie, otherworldly images, sometimes the ghosts of those who perished there. The most chilling stories involve drivers who have encountered these spirits. Some claim to have felt an icy presence sitting in the back seat, only to find themselves paralyzed with fear as they approach the tunnel's exit. In some cases, drivers have reportedly died in accidents, seemingly driven to madness by the spectral figures haunting the tunnel. The Kiyotaki Tunnel remains a place of dread, where the past and the present collide, and the spirits of the lost continue to seek vengeance and rest. So, what do you think? Do you dare visit these haunted places, or are you content to let the spirits remain undisturbed? The 10 most haunted places in Japan are more than just locations. They are gateways to another world. If you enjoyed this spine-chilling journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more terrifying stories. Stay safe.
Damn. Now that's just eerie for me. Whew. And only half of those I already knew, like the Suicide Forest, Okiku's Well. I always be confused with the tunnel because I know there was one tunnel that leads to a village which it became a famed urban legend. You know which one I'm talking about. The Hidden Village. There was also a movie about it as well, based on that urban legend. I also know about the rules of the manor, of this family practicing dark magic, trying to gain immortality. I know that one as well. But the half of it, wow. Whew. I know there's a lot more because, there's more. But yeah, to me, I always have a weak spot for paranormal or ghost stories, especially based on history, which is backed up with facts and a record about the past. It makes it even better and more creepier. Shit. In fact, Japan has like a whole thousands of years, yeah, that long. Compared to Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico's like 600 years. And we're older than the U.S., period. Yeah, the early colonies, they're founded in the 1600s. We were founded in 1493. In the end of the 1400s, look at that. Oh boy. But yeah, I did enjoy this video. It's quite entertaining, informal. Hey, I kinda wish we learned this in school, about the most haunted places than the backwards education we have. Agree or disagree? But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and also subscribe to Truly Creepy Experience, I believe? Sorry, oops. Hold it. I had to lower my screen. Yeah, True Creepy Experiences. Go check out his channel. But it looks like the next video looks like haunted places in North Carolina. Then check out something that catches my eye. I recommend check out his channel as well. And the link to the original video will be down below the video as well. Until then, have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, peace out. Have a nice summer. Peace out. And those who are in Texas, I hope, and also my condolences to the families of those who didn't survive, who lost their loved ones in the flood. You have my respects, and rest in peace. Because flash floods, they scare me half to death, literally. But until then, have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. Peace out.